Morning, just got out the shower. This is going to be a video that is going to express some frustration because the amount of questions that I'm getting about whether everything is still okay, what is happening to Bitcoin, why is the price going down, oh my God, all these crybabies and Bitcoin bears are out in force. Gold is going up. Gold hasn't gone up at all in terms of value. In price, it's gone up, and you got, Kiyosaki out here talking about gold. Silver is going to be $70 an ounce. It's not. I guarantee you. Well, let me not guarantee. 99%. I do not think that silver will breach $50 an ounce and hold it this decade. Right? What's happening right now is that it's a classic fear trade. Nobody knows what the hell is going on at the White House. The White House is creating volatility to allow themselves to create some leverage to get some negotiating done. And all these bears are out here in force, scaring the living shit out of everyone, while, by the way, sentiment hasn't been this bad since the '08 financial crisis. Think about it. We're at $85,000 per Bitcoin, down from 109,000. And sentiment hasn't been this bad in the whole investments world since 2008 financial crash. While in the meantime, BlackRock has called gold a shiny rock. Larry Fink has completely seriously stared deep into the soul of the news reporter at Davos and said, nobody, and I quote, nobody should be surprised if Bitcoin is $700,000 a coin. The United States of America has announced a strategic Bitcoin reserve and their intention to hold and buy more. The tariff drama and uncertainty is about to end this week with Liberation Day. By the way, my thoughts on that are this. Goldman Sachs and everybody else is assuming a 20% impact on America based on these tariffs. If those tariffs come in with a 10 to 15% net impact, the market is going straight vertical. The market is so oversold at this point, it's not even funny. Saylor has tapped tens of billions of dollars of capital to buy Bitcoin from a $300 trillion fixed income market. That's happened. Companies around the world are coming out to announce Bitcoin treasury strategies. You've got Metaplanet, you've got GameStop now, you've got Jet King, I think, in India. There's all these companies that are talking about we need a Bitcoin treasury strategy and trying to get capital from their markets. Government funds, where are we now? 7. Government funds, i.e. Abu Dhabi, are buying Bitcoin, not talking about it, buying it. BlackRock has said in their official marketing and official reports that Bitcoin could replace the US dollar as reserve. What type of twilight zone are we living in, right? In addition to that, number 8, 9 now, the entire C-suite of the US government hold Bitcoin, love Bitcoin, and promote Bitcoin. This is from the same administration, same president that said it's basically for scammers and drug dealers and illegal people like 5 years ago. The Fed, most importantly in my mind, the Fed has actually reversed its quantitative tightening policy. It told us that in the last meeting, and is preparing for a liquidity injection despite tariffs, despite anything else, because the Fed came out and basically said, we don't think these tariffs are inflationary in the way that everyone says. So despite whatever inflation you think, whatever your Twitter expert thinks, whatever your Twitter anon expert, whatever the fuck thinks about what the tariffs are going to do, the Federal Reserve has told you that they are willing to inject liquidity into this market despite that, because they don't believe that the tariffs will cause inflation. Look, I understand all these people have got their own opinions and their own analysis and all this other stuff. My job as an investor, and hopefully your job, is to look at what the actual money managers are saying. Not Daddy Trump, and I'm a Trump guy, but not Daddy Trump, not the Prime Minister of India, not the Prime Minister of China. It doesn't matter. What are the money guys saying? People always ask me, like, how did you get it right? Because I don't listen to what politicians say. Everyone says, oh, the government's out to get you, and then starts bending over for the politicians. I don't do that. I listen to the money managers. And President Fink, which is my president, President Fink has said that nobody should be surprised if Bitcoin is $700,000 a coin. And remember, the last time President Fink put out a memo and said, your company better start adopting ESG policies, the entire stock market moved towards ESG. The entire world moved towards ESG. And that took a 5 to 7 year window. What the hell do you think is going to happen right now? What do you think is going to happen when BlackRock calls every one of its investment companies, which is basically every company in the entire world, and says, you better adopt the Bitcoin treasury strategy? You don't understand what is coming. And what's happening is that everyone's sitting around listening to these crybabies and the bears because their $5,000 is now $3,800. And they don't realize what the grand scheme and the grand plan is here. And I'm pissed off about it because this is literal Bitcoin derangement syndrome. This is literal mental illness when it comes to Bitcoin because the money managers are literally telling you. And everyone is only focused on price, when there is a major difference between price and value. In my opinion, the value has gone up 1 billion times when the money managers get involved. The risk has gone down 50 times from 2020 when I started buying. And everyone's just worried about a price crash from 109 to 85, acting like it's 2008. Are you actually retarded, or are you just moronic? That's where we're at. All of this good news would not have happened if BlackRock wasn't in the game. BlackRock's in the game. President Fink understands what's going on with Bitcoin. Michael Saylor's buying up tens of billions of dollars of Bitcoin for his shareholders, me and you if you are an MSTR shareholder. And everyone's out here acting like crybabies. The shit doesn't make any sense to me what's going on. I thought we were getting smarter. I thought we were understanding what's going on here. I thought we were understanding how the game works. People are watching my videos. Half the people are not subscribed. So you should subscribe to the channel if you want to avoid those people with Bitcoin derangement syndrome. There's two types of people. There's the people that are just hopped up on happy hippie happiness, right? Which is like, Bitcoin, yeah, let's hug a tree. Or there's people with Bitcoin derangement syndrome. But if you're a real investor, that's not what you're looking for. What you're looking for is actual, like, okay, let me see through the matrix here and actually what's going on. And what's going on is BlackRock called gold a shiny rock. Larry Fink has completely looked a Davos reporter in the face and said nobody should be surprised if Bitcoin's $700,000 a coin. The United States of America announced a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The tariff drama and uncertainty is about to end this week. The Saylor has tapped tens of billions of dollars from a $300 trillion market, fixed income market, to start buying Bitcoin. Companies around the world are buying up Bitcoin in every damn market you can think of. Government funds are buying Bitcoin, not talking about buying it, buying it. BlackRock has said in their official PRs that Bitcoin could replace the US dollar as a reserve. The entire C-suite of the US government hold Bitcoin, love Bitcoin, and promote Bitcoin. The Fed has reversed quantitative tightening policy and is preparing for liquidity injection. And ultimately, there are always only 3 rules to Bitcoin. Step number 1, you buy Bitcoin. Step number 2, shut the fuck up. And step number 3, you get fabulously wealthy.